Okay, wait. Sure. I heard puns. Here, let me get a sneaky shout out for Delos real quick. Welcome on Kim Cool. Glad I have Sweet Bean. Going to fill you with bees and feed you cheese. Please don't. I mean, you can give me cheese, but like, do not fill me with bees. I would prefer that we did not do that. Okay. Here, I need to adjust the title because we do have song request up. Welcome on Ego Jalapeno in Phoenix. Glad I have Sweet Bean. SSR song, Spotify link or search. Think of the show, honey. What the fuck is that emote? That's great, actually. Would Starky keep his goggles on in the bath? No. Starky absolutely buzzing for the bees. I'm so full of bees. Me when I'm big and round with bees. This one's why. I hate that emote. God, Bar Addiction has got some spectacular emotes. Okay. Time to remember how to do art. I need to do this like twice a week. You know what? Usually it's Ilianos that sends the borb at me. I do like how it's like faced away. It's also not going to get here in time. It's moving too slowly. I'm going to die before it has time to reach me. But yeah, no, we're just going to be chilling and doing some art. I think because so I'm like, what are the options for the prompts for stonks? Welcome on, Brianna. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. SSR. That's you put an SRR. Okay. Starky, here's how you art. You put paint on your ass and sit on the canvas. You know, I could see someone doing that. I could actually see them performing very like I could see those things performing very well. Um, Songify. Did I close Songify? I might be fucking stupid. Or did it just crash? I don't remember closing it, but I might have. Here, let me do that for you because I fucked it up. There it is. All right. You know, now that we've got classical, you know, me fucking losing my mind. I try to get like so Dinovember, November, Hypnovember, Grovember. I was considering. Yeah, fuck it. I have a welcome on Eagle Jalapeno. What's up, Burp? Welcome on in. I have a Starky telling about the popsicle. Oh my fucking god. Okay. So last night I went to Hot Pot. And the thing about going to great time. I love it. It's our local hot pot place. Super duper tasty every single time. I actually skipped lunch today because I was so jam packed with all of my vital. Hey, you're the one to tell me. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said that Claire, like imaginary Claire, could potentially fucking throw me into the abyss. A liar. Listen. But no. Very very good hot pot. You know, as is tradition at the end of hot pot, there's like ice cream available. So when I went to go grab an ice cream pot, like a popsicle, you had to set. I did not have you set an alarm. That was entirely Imaginary's idea. Um, but no. So we went to hot pot. I went so you know I was wrapping up my meal. I went to go get like you know a popsicle to help me cool off after hot pot. Um, this is all you didn't want. I don't know what the fuck that is. Brionic, you got it. It's Spotify. You're looking for Spotify, not YouTube. Here, let me remove that for you. Because it's trying to find. You know, you gave it a YouTube link, and then it's trying to its best to match whatever the fuck something anything to that. But so yeah. The problem is. I went to go grab a popsicle. It was one of the fucking. The problem was, as I was like approaching like the table, I realized, oh wait, this is like one of like you know, there's something fucked up with this popsicle where it like is half like it was like melted and reformed. Um, so it's like, oh well, shit. welcome on Asheville. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. But I was like, okay, well, shit. Like, I've already opened the popsicle. I can't put it back. Um, am I just gonna leave it on my fucking plate to melt? It's because you got Phoenix snagged it before you, Brionic. Um, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully that's why you wanted a space bear. But no, do you want to shout for Astral as well? So I'm like, okay, I have this popsicle here that I can't eat because I don't think it's safe to eat, but I've already opened it. Am I just gonna leave it on a plate for the people at the fucking Hop Hop place to be like, oh, like they're not. I'm not gonna like leave the popsicle there because like it was pretty like immediately fucked up. There was something wrong with it. But I was like, yeah, fuck it. I just threw it in my hot pot because I'm like, it'll melt and I can grab the stick out and then put it with the rest of my trash. And my friend was like from my friend's perspective, she saw me just fucking like, she didn't see me put the popsicle into my like broth for my hot pot, but she just saw me pull out with using fucking tongs a like wooden stick, and she thought that I like fucking dipped my goddamn popsicle into my hot pot. So yeah, suffice it to say that is now going to live on in infinite infamy within my personal friend group. But anyways, you're a savage. What the fuck else was I supposed? I was storing the inevitably liquid popsicle with the liquid broth that came with my hot pot. Wait, what is? I just came back from something, picking something up. I'm not really explaining it. I'm not. You can't get me to talk about this again. Starky eats wood confirmed. I mean, listen. Depending on how it's prepared, I could reasonably like chomp down some wood chips. But no, I'll just ask you at dinner at Friendsgiving then, and they say pop is the bad taste in food. What the? Okay, but what actually would you have done? Earnest question. Would you have just left the fucking popsicle on one of the plates to melt? Cinnamon is bark, so yeah, fair enough. I have eaten wood then. Eat the popsicle first. It was like not safe to eat. It had like melted and reformed, so I couldn't confirm if it was actually safe to eat or not. Like okay. Like like a well-formed popsicle is something like this. Like, you got the stick and then you got like this. The fucking popsicle I got was like a Minecraft block style. Like it was clearly half of it was melted into the bag.
Starky, I am happy. I had an accident this morning where I tripped over a box of Kleenex. I thought I broke my leg because it hurt so much. Turns out it's just tissue damage.
Welcome on, Raspberry. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
Bomb pop hot pot, my favorite. Alongside mac and chocolate cheese, and hamburger helper and jam.
Here's the thing. I was already fucking done with my broth. I wasn't going to drink the broth. I spaced out. Did you eat popsicles? Okay. I'm transcending space and time. TLDR, how you doing, Burb? I'm doing okay. Welcome on and say you're glad I get sweeping. Now I'm just imagining just licking a hot pot popsicles. That is criminal. But no, I'm doing all right, all things considered. Very, very sleepy for some reason. You crack an egg into the broth and make egg drop soup. Excuse me, where the fuck are you getting an egg? Like, wait, is that why they have the eggs on the line? Because like I've heard that like usually like you do whatever hot pot stuff, and then you put the nudes in there, the noodles, just to kind of slurp up the broth. Putting cracking an egg in there actually is fascinating. You can also boil the eggs in broth. I definitely like there's hard boiled quail eggs that I put in there that were tasty. This is boiling water. Welcome on and say you're glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Hopefully you had a good Friday. Slurp glurp the nudes. Me slurping up all the nudes. Okay. All right, time for me to nudity the local hot pot. I'm sicky. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Especially, like, I guess, to be fair, like, better to, you know, somewhat better to have it happen during the weekend.
Wow. Spin.
Disagree. I guess, to be fair, like, you know, if you work in the office, it is, you know, because, like, that's an excuse to, like, work from home. It's what sick time is for. I suppose that's fair.
Rats, we're rats, we're the rats.
We've tried to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
I swear to fucking God, I hate those letters. Speaking of hot pot, I do not know a good place here for people to visit. Excellent. I think that's the most important thing. Like, whenever, like, if you move to a new city, I think step 1, unpack your car. Step 2, go find a hot pot place, or like Korean barbecue. I'm realizing now I haven't done a lot of poses recently that didn't like require like you know, I've been relying quite heavily on visual reference for my poses, which I think is good. For me, it's find a good Mexican food place. That's also fair. Hmm. Isn't it nowadays like working 7 to 10 because wages keep getting cut and everything is getting more expensive? Basically. I found a falafel spot nearby. I just learned exists and they make amazing food. I've actually never had a proper falafel, I don't think. The Song of a Generation. I think I might need to hold up. I just don't like I don't like how dry falafel is. Might be better to do this. Oh, art. I feel like at some point it does get easier, but it never. Zeph, there's literally nothing to save. I have drawn a box. Welcome on in, Zeph. Though glad to have you, Sweet Bean. There we go. You can get in Palestinian style bread and sauces. Interesting. That does sound really tasty, honestly. Okay. So my thinking is, Starky, you make me think of weird popsicles, like mac and cheese popsicles. We're not. The popsicle bit's over. We've moved on as a society. Hmm. There we go. There's a ranch flavored soda, so technically we can make ranch popsicles. Oh, hello, Queen. What is this? Oh, this is Celine Dion. All right, it's for Queen Celine. Starkey, there's a wrong song. Is it uncensored? I don't know why it does that sometimes. Here, let me remove it from the queue. How about pureed barbecue ribs popsicles? Camp Cool? What have we said about food ideas? What have we said about you and food ideas? Merry Christmas music. Welcome on in, Shraw. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Good show for Shraw. There we go. I'm gonna have to draw a front-facing bird, unfortunately. Even that concept of that texture makes me want to vom. Here. So can you invent a popsicle that actually tastes like cherries, not whatever artificial flavor they use now? Probably not. I am by no means a food scientist, unfortunately. I'm alright, how are you? I'm doing alright. I'm very, very sleepy. I don't know, something about this week's just fucking taking it out for me. I'm gonna destroy my keyboard. My college animation curriculum makes no sense. Why do I need a physical education elective? Guess what? What? I think you have to guess. Cast of mayo, something. Not this shit again. Actually, on the topic of mayonnaise, which is a fucking wild segue, I know. But I actually have two, because it reminds me of the fact that I have two collabs coming up next week. Welcome on, GT. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Pea. We're gonna do Repo with some friends next week, and then also I have a collab planned on Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it yet. But actually I won't be streaming Tuesday because of that collab, but animation will make you the throws of rage. You'll need the training to not break your hand when you punch walls in frustration.
Rats, where the
This is Chris.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? What about a scientific measuring tool?
Mayonnaise can be an instrument, but it's not a scientific measuring tool. I don't know what you would measure. You would use it to measure. Welcome on in, G-Taran. I was trying to drink for the first time. What drink? I feel like I'm concerned by asking this question, but is Miracle Whip a dishwasher? What the fuck does that mean? Oh God. Increasingly, I'm deeply concerned about the Tuesday collab because it's gonna potentially involve your guys' hot takes, which is fucking horrifying to think about. My first drink with alcohol? Well, congrats. Is Skip? Don't worry, Cornflake Girl. We have Skibbity specifically banned. I feel like I walked into a different dimension. I'm sorry. You are very valid for feeling that way. There's something very weird going on with my stream. I won't lie. They're like, I had something to do with my fucking stream community. He said it. I said the skibbity word. Definitely me when I say the skibbity word. Okay. Now let's see if I can remember how to do sketching at all. Welcome on a redesign. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. That is a... I love the bear walking emote. That's hilarious. Get a shout out for redesign? Shout out for Red. Welcome on a Badger. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Blood Chat. Trying to get some players of mine, players of my friends to play Mimesis? Mimesis? Mimesis. I choose the most chaotic possible. Doesn't know how to pronounce it, just chooses the most chaotic possible. Pokemon, why the fuck can't I think it was Prey. It was the name you wanted to go by. Pokemon, I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
What does a gay clown say to another? Mime, sis.
Mime sis. Something about the way Crisp said that had so much stank to it that I kind of love it. What the fuck is... Okay, it's that's Space Bear. Hey, why did I learn to read? Can dishwashers get pregnant with jars? Why did I mod you again? I think I might have to put you on notice. I think the next time you get unmodded, I'm just gonna leave you unmodded, Kasai. That's the kind of fucking heat you're bringing to the stream. Oh, I will say, not everyone is. Usually I feel like my chat behaves more than my mods do, which is a sign that I've done something horribly wrong.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
Why do cannibals avoid eating clowns? They taste funny.
There it is. Bringing unpredictability to the stream, that's fair. I've been better at behaving these days, at least I think that. You definitely have been. And I appreciate you for that. I don't know what happened. Twitch did that thing again where, like, it's definitely, like, someone subscribed or something, but then it's not gonna fucking tell me what actually happened. Water. Like, for whatever reason, Twitch specifically does not like it was I. Oh, let's think of this. So the resubscription. Enjoy the happy emotes, you sweet bean. It could be someone clean out the rewards queue. Unfortunately, it's not that. Well, but Albus, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. It's very sweet of you. Oh, this is Chipsel. I see it. I was like, something about this feels familiar. Is okay, and now it can commit science chaos even more effectively. This is Chipsel. Do I need to be more hinged? I think hinge yourself a little bit more. Put that hinge back on, young man. I feel like this is nonsense. As I'm looking at what I'm doing. Because, like, I've incidentally done, like, a very front-facing pose. Here. This is banger. I'm definitely not a robot. To be fair, I don't necessarily mind electro. I think my big issue with like electro and trance is just that I get bored of it very quickly. Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. Beep, beep, boop, boop, bop. No, you're thinking the one that goes boop, beep, bop, boop. Is that about right? Okay, so something more like this. There we go. Starky, do you partake of the Dungeons and Dragons? I've played a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. Unfortunately, like all of my friends are in campaigns already, or else just do not have time. Also, the whole like being a streamer thing does meaningfully like limit how much time I can reasonably dedicate to Dungeons and Dragons hobby. You can partake in this dragon. That is quite the invite. I want to join a champion. I want to join a campaign. I even brought up. Oh, you want to join a campaign? The H there fucked up my brain. I even bought a book of monsters. It definitely is one of those things where it's like so also like the big thing with Dungeons and Dragons is that you really need to make sure that like your party because it is very, very much like a social event, and like you can be friends with someone and then also realize like no, you guys have very, very different different desires for what you want from like a Dungeons and Dragons game. Just got done with Chris's trial with my tabletop group. Front-facing beaks are hard, man.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
I don't care if we are in an enclosed space, I cast fireball.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like you have to like recognize that some party members are going to be like that. Okay, I think if I can tilt it just a little bit to the side, like do something like this to kind of like give it that impression that it's like slightly to the side, and I can, think something more like that. But no, because I've had an idea for a campaign, but I don't know when I would have the time to run it. Reasonably, the only time I would really get the chance to run it is like if I was, if I did it during stream. There we go. Dex saving throw to your party. Let's go. Listen, sometimes you just it's a vibe check. You know, you gotta keep your party members on their toes. Also, working with beaks does limit like how like it does mean you have to be like extra creative with how you handle like expressions. My current girly is a dragonborn barbarian, so I can tank it. It's not my fault you're on 5 HP and have a shitty dex mod. You know, okay, but if you're on 5 HP, it doesn't fucking matter what your dex mod is, because you're still taking half. It's a fucking fireball. Congrats on your saving throw. Okay. I do feel like some of those studies are already paying off. I mean, with luck or bad luck, depending on you could roll all at once and pass the dex. That'd only be 4 damage. You guys, I'm surprised you've not skipped. Not skipped what? I'm sorry. I'm already like, you know, my fucking. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm not surprised anymore. I've apparently I need to be paying closer attention to chat. I think I need to probably bring the beacon a little bit closer. I mean, the current song. I mean, I won't lie. I've been. I guess like I have. I'm hyper fixating on the art at the moment. So like it probably is. I probably am missing something about why this song is. It just seems like it reminds me a little bit of like Girly Girl Productions, where it's like the like 4 more lines of coke. I don't know. I don't. It doesn't. It's not particularly objectionable to me. It's got a good like underlying kind of like music theory going on to it. So Verno, I just found a Disney Junior Facebook post sus. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there's a lot there to immediately kind of like unpack. So Disney Junior Facebook post. Like Disney Junior made a Facebook post and it has some such shit going on with it. So we're kind of like leaning in. I will say this is coming together a lot faster than these faces usually are. Okay. It just makes sense, donut. Wait. So the post, the Disney Junior post was, it just makes sense donut emoji. This is why marketing teams need minorities. Like you need you. Wait, that was from a Disney Junior account. I'm not even saying that like, oh, like, you know. I think if they had someone on the staff, like if they had a resident homosexual on the Disney Junior account to be like, yeah, that looks incredibly fucking suspicious. It looks like you're the donut emoji has the connotation of the sphincter. It gets worse, Starky. How does it get worse? I just searched it up. Okay, hold up. I'm now you're forcing me. It's on Instagram. Disney Junior Instagram. I DM'd ya. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. I didn't immediately find it, so. What? What the fuck? It got posted to r/shitposting. What the fuck even is it's the Disney Channel targeted at younger children. Yeah. So this is cross posted. This is official Disney Junior. And it's various donuts. What even does this mean? It just makes sense. Favorite kids show characters with this type of Wait, huh? I don't understand. I'm actually okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to interpret this that isn't sexual. I'm not kidding. Like, how am I supposed to understand this in a way that is like that doesn't engage with the sexual connotation of the word donut? I'm like, because I'm genuinely like, I'm trying. I'm trying to be on your side, Disney. This is the first time in my entire fucking life I'm trying to be on your side, Disney. What the fuck? I think the non-dirty way is what donut they like to eat. I guess it's but there's also like it does have extremely disarming connotations for the third round of the jam-filled donuts. I'll be honest with you, I don't fully comprehend like the depths of the donut like signifier in terms of sexuality, But why? Why donuts? Why not cakes or other baked goods? I don't know what the connotations are supposed, because I'm assuming it's like it is deeply fucking funny. Like, Starky, even I got the sausage here. Because this is a little bit like what their sphincter's like. We got, you know, tight, we got loose, we got... I don't like to think about what jam-covered implies, or jam-filled implies. What the fuck does the donut hole imply? Or is it just a little random? I don't know! And that scares me. Also, they put poor Dr. Hook. Listen, Captain Hook... We all know Captain Hook was placed here by mistake. If Captain Hook is going anywhere, he's 100% going in the chocolate donut. My man is clearly getting he is getting topped by his lover, who is the boatswain. As Joy, I love that they included Sufganiat. I'm assuming I'm fucking that pronunciation. No, I'm talking about the animation of him, not about what donut. The top right character. No. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you, but I'm also saying, if I was associating Captain Hook with any of these donuts, it's going to be the one with the giant fuck off hole in the middle. So oh no! Oh god! Oh! How do I? Welcome on in, Solid Wiles. Glad to have you, sweet meats. Oh, it's the Jewish one. Hide everything. Quick! Scatter! Welcome on in, everyone. Welcome on in, Solid. Welcome on in, Quick. Glad to have you, sweet meats. Apparently, I was getting distracted. Here, let me get the shout out for you real quick. I was working on, I think this is going to turn into a hypnovember piece here. Reverse course. Quick, fuck, go back. I'm working on what I think is going to end up being like a hypnovember piece. You know, basic idea is just like looking towards the viewer in snap. Like how, you know, fingers held up in like kind of a snapping pose. But I got distracted because apparently this is a very real, actual, honest-to-God post by Disney Jr., and I'm trying my best to figure out what it means in a way that's not, that's not incredibly, like... Because look, this actual, honest-to-God, they associated donuts with specific Disney Junior characters. Also, welcome in Balazar and Darius. Gotta do sweet beans. I think the bottom one is plugged because it's Donut Center. Oh, that would make sense. Listen, I can't speak to any of these I can't speak to any of these characters. I don't know what the jelly-filled donut means, and that scares me. But I think if there's one directly incorrect, we all know Captain Hook's donut is significantly more, you know, expansive than whatever's going on here. Anyways, I'm so sorry you joined into us in the middle of discussing that. How was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Hopefully you had a great time. Maybe jelly-filled is a cream pie? The thing is, I would know it's perfect. I would believe that, but like, there's cream-filled donuts. Shit like this is like why every marketing team needs to have resident homosexual. Every single one of them needs to have a person with a very dirty mind to be like, yeah, you're implying these characters' sphincters are this big. It's going well. A lot of plot today. Awesome. I've heard a lot of really great things about Explorers of Sky and... Oh, is it Explorers of Sky? I've heard amazing things about that. I have not actually played it. I have an unhinged interpretation of the jelly-filled donut. Oh, don't worry. I do as well, and I'm not sharing it for a very particular reason. Pokemon is Leo. Good to have you, sweeping. But you know, Hypnovember. So I'm currently trying to figure out how I want the facial structure to work. Yeah, that's what Blaine Chat is always saying is the best. I've heard a lot of like really, really positive things about it being like overall like the best you know, Explorers game, so. What is going on here? We do have a song request open if you would like to you know, add songs to the queue. It's !SSR and a Spotify link or search. Disney hiring me. I'm trans femme and I have seen the internet too much. If anything, I could help. Oh my god, yeah. What? Welcome on in. I'm so glad if you got to do like the post-stream care, I completely get it. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. If you've not already checked out Slow's Wild, heckin' super sweet Derg. You know, very, very sweet. I've had the pleasure of like interacting with him a couple of times. I feel like I want to do like more. I want to play more games with you at some point. I need to like snag you for like you know, like a repo night or something. Please don't have to eat them in Hanukkah. To be fair, you know, that is a good point. Okay. So I think because I'm taking the slate, I think we talked about MFF last year. You're doing that again. Yep, I will be at MFF this year as well. I grabbed my registration a little bit later this year, but I will still be going. I'll be staying with some friends in the area. This is making me think that I need to like decrease the size a little bit of the one here on the right. But all things considered, this expression came together relatively quickly and painlessly, which is a very, very welcome change of pace, given the fact that usually expressions for me are like pain and suffering. All right, I'm both here and concerned by this barn core. Chuki loves tech now. I think those studies, like taking the time to actually like do a step back and looking at like how bodies are structured, has like actually helped me substantially. Turns out when you study a thing, you get better at understanding it. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk? The more you know, the less you understand. Basically. That do be how it feels like sometimes. Imagine this was like to wake up in Texas. I've not lived in Texas. If there's any Texans, feel free to comment. God help us all. Oh god, I'm gonna have to fucking figure out how to. Some of this is probably gonna need to like I'm gonna need to do like a refining sketch layer. Like this is a lot of this is like just like the rough detailing for me to figure out roughly where I want to position things. You think for like the amount of times that I look at like here. You'd think that I would have my pendant style like memorized, but I never do. To put in Freebird. Here, let me look at it real quick so I can get an idea for the shapes. I feel like a lot of like to some degree there are people who like break things down into the appropriate shapes. I tend to just kind of like go by vibes, which I think is like my subconscious trying to break down the shapes. So like I figured it out eventually, but it does take me a little bit longer. Here. It's gonna be my furry stuff. I mean, I guess we're gonna be listening to Freebird, so. Okay. About to make an otter Sona, call that bitch autism. Welcome on, Arden. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Here, let me get a shout out for Arden. Arden is one of the people who I will be doing the collab with next week. We're gonna be doing repo with Arden and a couple other friends. If the bird is free, do we need to catch them again? No. Release him. Are we doing peak? Are we doing peak? I thought we were doing repo. I don't care. I do not care. I'll tell you. I do not care. I am fine with peak as well. I thought we were doing repo on God. I might be. Listen, it's fine. I thought the plane was peak, but I also don't remember. I think it was peak. I can't remember. Because I haven't played the newest version of Peak, but I don't think you've played the newest version of Repo. One of the two of us specifically said, let's play this so that way the other person gets to experience it for, like, when I start hosting Friend Slot Fridays on my stream on Fridays. That seems like a good, like, a smart idea, actually. I haven't played any new friend slops. I've been updateless. A friend of mine helped me play Peak for the first time, and like I got both of us killed. That sounds about right. Like Peak is not substantially harder without other people. There we go. My sense of self-preservation solo, it gets other people's killed. Well, here's the thing. Like, the entire, like, struggle of the friend slot games, and kind of why, like, they tend to be a lot... Like, if you're playing them with friends... Like, if you play like, something like Lethal Company alone, it's scary. If you play with friends, it's funny. Is because, like, you can't... Like, you know, the chaos added by, like, additional people is, like, a meaningful, like, you know... Like, that is a meaningful, you know, it makes things significantly harder. There we go. But you saw that firsthand in Repo? Oh, absolutely. Like one person, like, one person can start a cascading chain of events that gets everyone killed. Difficulty is dealing with crippling loneliness. I mean, to be fair, I don't necessarily think of, like, I don't think Peak is particularly scary alone. In solo, yeah, that's fair. All right, here it is. Guitar emotes, if you got them. All right. Loneliness isn't fear, Starky. I can be. Unless you've made peace with passing by alone. I know I have. Cries. Dude, I was trying alcohol for the first time. I'm kind of it. To be fair, you have to get a decent amount before it starts being like meaningfully impactful. I have a Belgian beer. I guess it is Friday. Like I forget that normal people like actually do drink on their Fridays. Because like I don't really drink myself. Have you never had alcohol before? Some people are dry, or like if you come, like my family isn't necessarily teetotalers, but like we don't drink as much as the rest of my extended family because they're a bunch of high functioning alcoholics. So I got really, like, when I was a kid, I got drilled really heavily on like proper proper drinking behavior, about like how to drink in a way that's like not deeply like problematic. Yeah, people don't eat alcohol. Yep. It's one of those things where it's like I can drink alcohol if I want. I just usually don't really want to. Oh, that sounds deeply problematic. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. There's a reason I don't really talk about my extended family much. They are bad people. I too much rum one night, was like, nope, not ever doing that again. I mean, I think that's like, it's better to have that experience when you're younger. Here. Yeah, I was 18, so I was new to drinking. Yeah. I went to a pub crawl at the Renaissance Festival when I was with my friends. It was a blast. Like, there's one of those things where it's like, I can still get drunk, but I only do it socially. Like, I don't like the idea of being like drunk by myself.
Wretch, wretch, we're the
Yeah,
wretch.
Chris, what's up?
Speaking about drinking made me remember my EPCON and how I might drink myself due to all the new drinks for the festival for the holidays.
To best of luck with that. Do be sure to be careful. I was friends today, and his neighbors had a party. Someone puked on the stairs, and another guy stepped in it barefoot on accident. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to be doing stuff like that. It's hilarious for me. It's like, a lot of times, like, it's not like I'm like, oh, I would never drink. But it's one of those things where it's like, nowadays, like, when I drink, like, my days of like drinking to excess are like relatively behind me. TLDR, I'm autistic, not an alcoholic. Fair enough. Important distinction, to be sure. If I do something like that. I need to figure out, like, the details of what's going on here. About, like, where it actually would I like it, but I think I need to move the, like, the location where the collar connects up here more. There we go. The other is mutually exclusive, but whatever. Yeah, mine are done. Last drink I had was a nice cold cider on a hot day. I mean, they're not mutually exclusive, but like... I don't know. Like, I feel like I do feel like alcohol is a little bit more of like a neurotypical person's, you know, drug of choice. If that makes sense. I couldn't explain to you why I have that feeling. But it does feel a little bit like, you know. I drink to forget, but I always remember. It's more socially acceptable for a long time. Yeah. What's the neurodivergent drug of choice? Weed seems to be a lot more common amongst neurodivergents. I don't know, Adderall, like, that's not, to be fair, that you are correct. Because ADHD is a form of, you know, it is neurodivergence. I like THC but now because no after effects and it helps pain. Caffeine. There's meth. Meth isn't, I swear to God. On sheer virtue of not being seen as a drug. I sniff Adderall for work, 40 milligrams. Meth maxing is fucking wild, actually. Starky, would you want to hear what I'd cook up if I hypothetically got high? Go for it. Welcome on Akabor. I'm glad to have you, sweet bean. But you know, like, like, okay, so we're talking about, like, stuff that is exclusively, like, not given medicinally, or I guess, like, that, like, is used recreationally. I think weed tends to be more of the neurodivergence drug of choice. But caffeine, Adderall, you know, those are all, like, you know, relatively reasonable choices, you could argue. Welcome on Nakaborb. How you doing, you sweet bean? Hold up. So I think it's actually supposed to be, like, here that it connects. I feel like I'm understanding a little bit better how to make things look 3D, but it is a work in progress. Starkey, do you think my food combo ideas would be worse or better if I was under the influence? That's a good question. I feel like they would improve because, like, I feel like they would be better because you would be more like you wouldn't necessarily specifically try to find the most unappealing food combos possible. This area is going to need to be cleaned up in this post sketch. Running out of bird related songs to post. How do you add songs? Exclamation mark SSR and then a Spotify link or search. Wow, okay. Um, even learning a little bit about like how the arm like really like this is significantly more like a lot of this is gonna get hidden under the coat, but like here. Because like it means that a lot of stuff is like going to get, you know, slightly more limited to like what you're gonna see under the coat, but actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would probably pull, you know, deeper in and then because I'm realizing now, like to some degree, that this is like matching, yeah, some more like that. Fun fact, fun tip: our muscles are very much like link chains. Oh no, I'm well aware. I'm well aware of that, but to some degree, it's you know, I did a study where I feel like I made like a decent discovery about the way that like our muscles tend to work. Fun tip. I like arm muscles around me. Welcome on, Ocean. I'm glad I have you, sweet bean. Don't worry, Arden. We all knew. We know. It is known. Something like that. Because this ends up being kind of like where the like this ends up being kind of like where the pectoral and the arm muscles meet. Hmm. I knew it was Florence, but not the song. Think about like, yeah, right around here would be where the chest ends, so. I'm looking now because I am seeing that this too far to the left, too far to the right. Take water, add some ketchup, mustard, soy sauce, sugar, black bean juice, heat, seep green tea, and add lime juice, and finally a dollop of sour cream. Then mix well if you so desire. What the fuck is wrong with you? That sounds awful. I would try it. You are a fucking monster. You are a monster, I won't lie. Either you're a monster or you're far braver than I am. I'm just saying you have free will. It's I mean, yeah, you are also able, like, you are free, like, you have the free will to like cut your arm off. Doesn't mean I would suggest people do that. Well, I mean, I'll eat pretty much anything. That rare hot pot did nothing to me. Starky, hey Starky, are you a movie bird? What, like, do I enjoy movies? I don't really watch a whole lot of movies. I watch them with friends. Like, if you invite me to like your house and like trap me there, like I'm an animal that will run at any second, I will watch movies. But outside of that context, I largely don't. Oh God, I'm just gonna fucking. I won't lie. I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna trace this one because the I mean, magic potions of that degree of unhinged to cure my father's liver disease didn't work, to be honest. Actually, yeah, you would see the fingers. I'm holding the pose in my right hand. My father really loved me. Can you tell? He did drink those potions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It definitely sounds like he cared about you very, very deeply. I'm learning so much this stream. Here. Oh my God. You got the power. Okay, so I need to bring the forearm in a little bit. Okay, so what's going on here? Let me move you under here. What's going on here? So this is one side of the wrist, that's the other side of the wrist. Thumb. I'm basically I'm trying to trace every joint. Like, I'm trying to circle every joint. And then the tip. Transformers may be addicted to this song. This song was in Transformers, the movie? Here. I am aware that I'm going to, realistically speaking, have to increase the canvas size. Yeah, the OG animated movie. Oh, that makes more sense. Here. Okay. Welcome on to Ruffles. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay, edit. Edit canvas properties. Change canvas size. The claw, I mean hand, I mean talon. Welcome on the Ruffles. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay. So joint here. Joint will be here. 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 Oh, I was drawing on multiple layers at once. Sergey, have any plans for this weekend? I do not. This weekend's gonna be a lot of resting, I think. I was invited by some friends to go like on a, what's it called? A Costco run. I've actually never been to Costco, so I should probably do a little bit of planning because I've been to Costco before, but I haven't like really like picked up a bunch of food from there before. There you go. Okay, what advice? I would go, you know what? Go for it. What advice is there for, what advice would you give me for going to Costco? Uh, don't go hungry. I suppose that's fair. That is a reasonable. Like, to be fair, I think that's like a rule I have for like going to any grocery store, or eat a hot dog as soon as you get there. But no, like because I specifically try to avoid going to grocery stores when I'm hungry because I do know that like that thing where like you're, you know, like you end up spending more money if you go to grocery stores while hungry. Wow, you're smarter than me. But then again, I don't eat. I feel like that's something you probably should be doing. You probably should be eating. Okay, I have to adapt this pose a little bit. Got a head start. Have a good night. Everyone, take care and stay hydrated for sure. Thanks for stopping by, you sweet bean. Hopefully, you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. We will, of course, be live next Monday. I'm going to tell if my friends go to eat if my mouth is full. It doesn't work well. Arden, all of twin death comes for all of us. You just accept yours. It will come for you too. There is no escaping it. Oh, I think I realized why this feels a little bit weird. I'm too ADHD to remember I'm hungry. I to be fair, I do that as well. Here. I might have to increase. Hold up. Let me move everything here to make room for the rest of the hand. This is one of those things where it's like I've kind of fucked myself because I keep doing like hand focus poses, like poses where like the hand is like a major focus of the thing that I'm drawing. I guess to be fair, this is a good way to like make sure that I'm comfortable doing those, but I'm home now. Well, welcome back. Welcome, congrats on surviving the workday. Do you want a drawing buddy? Sure, I can hang out in the Discord call. Here, let me pop in there real quick. Yeah, you gotta draw more hands. You gotta draw more hands and more hands and more hands and more hands. This is like kind of the pose I'm looking for. Okay. I am Iron Man. Oh, snap, I thought it was a sassy gay. Arden, this is a hypnovember piece. I think I'd say draw hands like you have a thing for hands if you want to get really good. Now that I understand having a kink. Yeah, Kasai, you wouldn't understand having a kink. It's not like you're into girl bosses and being stepped on or anything. Oh, that makes sense. Welcome on in, Maury. Glad to have you, sweet bean. How you holding up, you sweet little sweet guy? I actually know what your Sona is. I'm assuming it. I usually assume wolf. There, looks like a wolf or a wask or wusky. Something in that husky dog. There we go. I was like somewhere in the wolf husky range because they end up having very similar visual design elements. Typical blue husky. Listen. There's nothing wrong with for all of the for all of I don't know. I don't have the correct word for it, but there's nothing wrong with sticking with a formula that clearly works. Okay, I actually have to move this up. Now I'm thinking about where this is going to be relative to the head, relative to the shoulders. I gotta do last minute D&D prep, and if you welcome on in Canopus, glad to have you, sweet bean. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with being a common species. God knows, if I weren't a bird, I'm very cat coded. The generic blue dog haver, the blogger. Yeah, currently I'm trying my best to work on a piece for hypnovember. It's not necessarily going super easily, mostly due to hand. Okay, so what's... And then we have joint here, thumb here. Okay. But thank you for the pets. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I'm low-key kind of here for I'm kind of here for the like the like kind of, it's not Latin American pop, but like this is like, you know, this is like kind of old rock, like old, you know, Latin American rock. I'm kind of here for it. Here. I should probably be doing this on the underlying sketch layer. Like trace on the underlying sketch layer and then like on the actual proper Mayonesa. Okay, looking somewhat shattered as it's been. I definitely feel the it's been a long day thing. I won't lie. You know, I don't really have a whole lot to like say about my long day. It just was a long day, so there we go. Wait, does the lurk command mute the stream? Okay, that was weird. What, did the stream just go quiet for a bit? But, you know, enjoy the lurk. Thank you for hanging out. Go take care of yourself. Do what you gotta do. Okay. So now if I hide this layer. I should make someone think they are a chicken sometime for funsies. Yeah, Kasai? Oh, hi, Phoenix.
Hello.
How you holding up? You survived the worst. You know, I don't know why I asked that question. I know what the answer is every single time.
Times are hard, yo.
Yeah.
So what kind of thing you're working on this time?
Working on a thing for Hypnovember.
Oh, are you actually drawing Starky for once?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, it mostly this is just like me figuring out, currently it's me figuring out hands. I am relatively happy with how quickly this came together, because this is an hour and a half of work on this pose so far, and it's looking relatively good, all things considered. I need to do like
yeah,
a
you're getting
cleanup.
faster.
Yeah, I need to do like a cleanup layer on the sketch. Like that, but for a first pass, this is relatively clean for me.
Yeah. Don't forget the feathers on the top of your head, though.
No, that was gonna be for more the detailing.
Also, for once your jacket's buttoned up.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's usually buttoned up.
Not the art you post, it's not.
That's because I'm not wearing a jacket usually.
Or your pecs are busting out of them.
It's fair. Listen, I know what I like, and it's the answer is it's big men. It's always big men. It's always been big men.
Yet you hate being a big man.
Oh, I'm not big in the way that I think is hot. I think is my personal issue. It's usually removed by viewers. That's also a fair point. Usually, Usually my coat gets removed by viewers.
Aren't you the one that gives the viewers that option?
I guess. Listen, that's victim blaming. You're victim blaming me. How could you? How could you?
I see those crocodile's tears from here.
Shut up.
Okay, so I know there's November. I know there's Hypnovember.
What does this
What other fun art
button
challenges are
do?
there?
Please,
Dinovember?
do not push the button. You have no idea.
That's what I did last
That
year.
makes sense.
If you want to do a sequence, there's Grovember. Which is
That seems to be a little bit more intensive, let's call it.
yeah. Because you have to distinguish between Grovember and Macro March.
I mean, fair.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of other. There's a surprisingly little, like it largely is like Hypnovember, Nullvember that like are the two big ones. First time I'm hearing of the concept of Hypnovember. Oh, you've got plenty of art to catch up on, then, my friend. Welcome on, Rich. Good to have you, Sweet Bean.
I like the other version of Hypnovember where it's focusing on people that are very well blessed in the pelvic region. Like having birthing hips and just really hourglassed. Focusing on the bottom of that hourglass.
I'm probably going to draw a cigarette in his hands. No, it's a snapping pose. Art, not actual hypnosis. There is if you look hard enough.
So what method is Starky employing here? The flashing light variant, the watch variant,
Just a snap.
Okay.
Plausible deniability.
No. I mean, you do the snap for engaging and stuff like that. I mean,
Like the actual induction.
Yes, that.
Uh,
Sorry, you know more of the fancy words on this topic than I do.
I don't know necessarily off the top of his head. I assume probably like confusion or focus induction.
Mm.
If I had to guess, because I mean
it's your own son, you
that
get to
kind
do
of
whatever
tends
you
to
want.
like line up a lot of like like what you think of when you think classical hypnosis ends up falling into one of those two categories.
So what draws you to the hypnosis side of kinks? Is it the control aspect? Is it the lack of control?
I mean, I think it ends up like lining up somewhere like in the my appreciation of the dom sub like power dynamic
Power
space.
play? Okay. And just kind of like that. I guess the question is, are you more attracted to the consensual side of things or the dubious consensual side of things?
I mean, I feel like no matter what you do, you kind of have to approach it with the knowledge of like there's going to have to be discussion regarding consent anyway.
Okay, so you're looking at this more you enjoy this more as from the social contract side of things.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, I was just I was just asking questions to figure out if you're more of a bad end kind of hypnosis person or more of a lifestyle kind of
That's
hypnosis
fair.
person.
If you're looking for a bad end, I think Squeaky Orca's probably got you covered. He's a fellow Thunderfang member. As he tends to write a lot of bad end hypnosis fiction.
Sounds fun. Your comment about hands earlier reminded me of an anecdote that I've heard many times. I'm currently going back through Hiroaka since the anime's ending, and I remembered some comments I saw a while ago that you know how everyone talks about how hands are one of the harder things to draw.
Yeah.
It makes it really funny when you have an artist like Hirokoshi who loves drawing hands, that he made the main villain have that as one of their main issues,
Oh yeah,
and
Mr.
makes it
Yowie
everyone
hand.
else's and makes it everyone else's problem that they have that the animation team then has to animate it.
That is a fair point, actually. It's kind of like a Hirohiko Araki's tongue kink.
What? Araki has a tongue kink?
Shut the fuck up.
Are we talking part 5 Araki? Or are we talking part 3
Every
Araki?
single part has had at least one moment where someone licks something with a very, very animated tongue. Every single one, even the ones that haven't been animated yet.
Well, that amount is closing rapidly. I believe next year we're getting part 7.
Oh my god, already? Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, part 7's getting those fancy hardback volumes right now in printing,
That's fair.
which I imagine some people are going to be very excited to collect.
Okay.
What is the most annoying part about drawing Starkey?
That's a good question. I think that it's either going to be the... I think it's got to be the pendant. And also, like...
Really?
It's the pendant, and then figuring out what the fuck's going on with his beak to make the expression read properly, like to read the way I want it to.
I mean, fair. Luckily you're not in the situation where, like, you very much can do circle and triangle with Starkey if you're feeling lazy.
Yeah.
But as someone who has to draw Moz, yeah, no, I get the how do I get an expression out of this? I am also fascinated by the songs that are getting thrown into your queue right now.
I couldn't explain why this is happening, but it is kind of a banger, so I'm not complaining. I do love like those like little dancing emotes. I need to get like, because I have 2 dancing emotes, but you know, I kind of like
What?
because like I got the gritty and I got the drum solo. The song I've also
Be
heard in
careful there.
Portuguese.
Be careful there. You're bottlenecking a little bit with the wrist.
That's fair. Somewhere like this.
You can cover a lot of it with the coat. Just be careful, is what I'm trying to say.
That's fair. To be fair, like this is more or less traced.
Yeah, but you're still combining 2 different things.
That's fair.
Remember, when you're doing your drawing, the point isn't to capture how it is exactly, it's to capture what you get out of it.
That's fair.
You're allowed to mess with your references if you think it looks more right. We are talking about things that don't exist in reality.
Yeah.
Oh, starting pieces, you are always the bane of my existence.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't want to go with the hypno visor method for this one.
Like I said, plausible deniability.
For you, the artist, or for Starky, the
Yes.
character?
Yes.
Is this a TOS thing, or is this a comfort thing?
Comfort thing.
Got it. All right, Telegram. Let's pull those reference images I saved.
There we go.
So I have to know, Starkey, is the hypnosis part of the package for your interns, or is this a special privilege?
Yeah, more of a special privilege.
Higher or lower than drone?
Yes.
All right, chat. Do you chat? Do you want to be a hypno lab rat, or do you want to be a drone?
I mean, that. Listen,
I'm listening.
I got nothing.
You need to finish that sentence.
I will. I refuse. Go to
You
Wadu.
refuse. Alrighty.
¿Por qué no los dos? Fair enough.
I mean,
Hypno sounds hotter. Drone seems too much. That's fair. I can definitely appreciate that particular approach. Where it's like, it's like dipping your toes in the pool rather than jumping in immediately.
Oh, I didn't imagine drone was permanent though. I imagine it was like Venom symbiote style. Jump into the goo for a day.
I don't think I don't think Venom's like controls his hosts.
Isn't there that whole story arc of Venom controlling Spider-Man when he's asleep?
I guess, but that's not really hypnosis. That's more possession, which is like a similar but somewhat different, storytelling trope, I feel like.
I feel like they're similar.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. They're similar, but I do think that there's like enough differences.
I'll be honest, this sounds like a situation where you would start a fight amongst enthusiasts.
A fight amongst NPCs.
I said enthusiasts.
Oh, enthusiasts. That's fair.
Sorry, I am not really a fan of describing people who are not important to your life as NPCs.
No. Which is why I was like, you said NPC. I was like caught off guard. I was like, that doesn't seem like something you would say.
NPCs must be protected and, given the chance to self-actualize. If someone wants to be an NPC for a while, who am I going to take away that opportunity? I know how many of our friends, including yourself, just wants to be head empty, no wrinkles in brain.
Listen, I only want to be that way occasionally. Usually after I eat a lot of food, where I'm just like, no one think.
I wish I could do that. As much fun as it sounds theoretically, I know I would hate it.
Oh, for sure. All right. Let's clean the sketch up.
I have made a mistake with my new prompt, Starky, because this one is going to require me to draw water.
Oh, that's right. You're drawing a hot spring thing, right?
Yep. Part of me is just like, what do I do for my next one? That I remember, I should do something that I want to do.
I mean,
Look,
honestly, that can be hard at times.
I do enough pieces for other people that it's hard for me to remember, hey, I should do stuff for myself.
Oh, absolutely. To be fair, like I'm kind of coming off of a kick of doing a bunch of pieces for other people. So like I'm actually like struggling to come up with I was struggling to come up with poses or ideas that I thought sounded interesting.
I'm just glad you're doing a kink piece for yourself for once.
Okay, if I do that, how does that look?
I do not believe for a second that a 5-hour energy is a classic golf drink.
What? Did you get an
Twitch
ad?
ads.
Oh my fucking god.
Saying that 5-hour energy is a classic golf drink.
Did I not get the wording?
No, it's one of those tiny side ones.
Oh. Okay.
No, ads don't start, I believe, for another few minutes.
Okay. I was very, very confused for a second there. Okay.
So does anybody have anything fun going on in November? In November for them? I'm hosting a gathering for friends for a Friendsgiving type situation.
Yeah, Friendsgiving. I'm excited about it. Do you think if the car gets a kink in it and you're upset at the repair bill, it counts as kink shaming?
Yes.
You say that, but I I did have a car my previous car when it was like at the end of its life, the bill that came in for it was almost exactly $200 or $300 off of the total remaining value of the car.
That's when you get a new car.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like I could exactly have sold it. I feel like I would have gotten a lot less value if I had sold it. My birthday
Oh,
was 2 days ago. Happy late
happy
belated
belated birthday.
birthday.
Do anything fun for it? Nope, there's the announcement.
there's the announcement. There's the poll. What do you want to be for Hypnovember? Hypnotized drone? Yes, but in a for work way. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a safer work way. Ratatouille, Danganronpa backstoried.
uh, I'm trying to figure out. Do you think that Ratatouille means you're conscious of the droning?
I mean,
Like
I
of the
assume that that's
hypnosis?
like conscious, but like can't, that's kind of what I think of. Like that's like I said, I think that's closer to like no safe, just for work. Listen, I've been watching what's it called, Severance. That shit ain't worth it. Like just having a version of you that exists exclusively at work.
Oh, very many furries would love to just go drone for the gym.
Droning for the gem. I mean, I feel like there's like I think there's a couple I know of. What does Ratatouille mean? You're awake but being controlled. I guess you're cognizant but being controlled. If I had
That's
to
how I'm
guess.
treating. That's how I'm treating it, and that's why I voted for it. I don't know. I think it's fun to be. I think it'd be fun to be conscious, but not in control. Entirely hypothetically, though, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, nothing sexual about this Twitch. Nothing.
Definitely. I mean, to be fair, Twitch doesn't care if we discuss kinks. They just don't want us showing it.
I know that with we're going by Ratatouille movie rules, the person knows what's like the opinions of the person, so that could be taken into consideration. So I would imagine there'd be more consent involved there. Oh, there's a new Predator movie. Neat.
Like the clicky
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
Yes. Cornflake, apparently FW is for work.
Yeah, it's not safe for work, just for work. I'm more confused by Danganronpa backstory.
I'm staying quiet.
I'm assuming this is Danganronpa 2 reference.
I'm not telling you because there's enough games and because you don't need to know. Because you plan on playing it, so,
That's fair.
I think this is one of those cases where the poll was a little too complicated and people couldn't figure out what to vote for.
Either that or we, maybe who knows? Maybe all the people in my chat who are big Hypnosis fans are preoccupied, this month.
Honestly, my question would be: would you rather be the person doing the hypnotizing or being the being hypnotized?
I feel like I would struggle to relinquish that kind of control. I know I almost like straight up had a panic attack the last time I got like when I'd be put under for like getting my wisdom teeth removed. I was like almost panicking during that entire process.
Was that just because of the lack of control, or was it
basically? Yeah.
From my observations, and let me know if I'm going too far, you're okay giving up control when it's with someone you trust.
Yes.
But even then, it's to a certain extent.
Yeah. The difficulty is finding someone I trust enough to give up that kind of control, though.
Also, the other thing we're kind of dancing around is: are we talking in terms of like the lifestyle way, or are we talking in a sexy time way? because those are two entirely different
Are there people who
conversations.
engage with hypnosis exclusively as like a lifestyle thing? So someone
I
mentioned
mean,
Severance.
isn't that what a drone is?
I mean, I would argue that that's still intrinsically kink related.
I mean, there's a difference between kink lifestyle and kink act.
Fair.
For example, I'm trying to figure out a way to
Being
word
hypnotized
this.
to an extent depends on what the plan is, what they plan on doing. I mean, I feel like that's like I said, I think as a kink it requires a decent amount of like communication to be like, hey, this,
Oh, absolutely. Any kind of control
yeah,
kink requires not a contract, but sitting down, explaining.
consent.
It's kind of like it's kind of like if you want to do with your partner a sexy scene that theoretically involves no consent, but it's something you want to explore.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's kind of like to use something a little bit more lewd. It's like the people that say that set up like various sexual encounters where, okay, I want you to come on in. I'm already blindfolded and tied up. I just want you to have fun and then leave. Kind of situation.
That seems
You
so
establish
fucking
that kind-
scary to me, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. But there's people that get off on that kind of
That's
thing.
fair.
That's why you establish the rules ahead of time. Obviously, if you're with you do this with partners that you know, love, or trust. Usually, multiple of the three of those. You set that up ahead of time, and then you basically treat it like a role play encounter.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
And to jump back a bit, the difference between like the act and the lifestyle thing, Starkey, would be with like dom sub situations where one is only in the bedroom while the other is, for
I
example, the
suppose
people that
yeah,
use it. I want to be used as a piece of furniture.
yeah. It's like what what level are you engaging this to?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why people hated 50 Shades of Grey so much.
Yeah. The kink community was very unhappy with 50 Shades of Grey, apparently.
Well, it was written by a television executive who stole the framework of her story from a whole bunch of other people.
It did start its life as Twilight fanfiction.
And has gone out of its way to deny it ever since.
Really?
Yes, Erica Mitchell has deleted every aspect of it being fan fiction off the internet, and in interviews continues to state that she wrote a fan fiction, to kind of get her toes wet, see what it's like, and then after she's like, I want to write a novel now, and then she wrote 50 Shades of Grey, not she wrote 50 Shades of Grey as a Twilight fan fiction, and then
That's really fucking funny. I thought people hated 50 Shades because everything was shit. The movie is actually very well, like the first movie is very well shot. The first one specifically.
The first one, if it wasn't for the writing, it would have been actually a pretty fantastic movie. But because the author held complete creative control there, it's like watching the best produced fan fiction you've ever seen, because all the dialogue is atrocious.
Also, welcome on in, Gadget. Can we just have for Gadget if one of my mods is available? Hold up. I think I might have figured out how to do an eyebrow.
Does Starkey have eyebrows?
Kind of.
Because when I do my jerk, I just do it kind of like ridge scales. So I wasn't sure.
That's fair.
No, kitty, no. I'm trying. Well, art is put on hold while I gave the cat attention.
Best version of 50 Shades is the audiobook version with Gilbert Gottfried. Oh my god. That sounds like a fucking masterpiece, honestly.
I mean, you say that, but do you want to sit down and listen to all of that?
I feel like if I'm being forced to sit down and listen to 50 Shades of Grey, I would want Gilbert Gottfried to be the person reading it to me.
I didn't say force. I said, is that how you want to engage with this?
No.
If given the choice.
If I was given the choice, I would put 50 Shades of Grey in a blender. And then set the blender on fire.
That's a waste of a blender.
And then throw the fire into the volcano.
Where are you going to find a volcano?
I'll make one. If you can't make your own volcano, a store-bought one is fine too.
Starky, I mean this kindly. I feel like nanomachines and volcanoes are a poor mix.
Why do you say that?
Because heat messes with electronics terribly, especially ones that require, radio and electronic signals
I suppose
between
that's fair.
them to work.
Listen.
No, sorry, I'm reading Brionics' comment.
Did you just think I brought up the 50 Shades of Grey for no reason? Oh,
Yes.
wait, no. Oh, not the kink community, but theater room cleaners too. Cucumber Gate, never forget.
No, I don't know. I'm assuming it's a misspelling, but referring to Papa Butt as Papa Meat is funny.
No, Papa Meat's a different creator.
Okay, did not know that.
He
The idea of Papa
he makes
Butt,
YouTube
the idea
videos.
of Papa Butt being forced to do a narrative, doing a dramatic reading of 50 Shades sounds hilarious, though.
That does sound pretty funny, honestly. Which one is Papa Meat? Papa Meat is if you've ever seen the horror animations, those are made by Papa Meat. Like the most recent one I think was on the most recent one was on Pirate Software. Because he couldn't shut the fuck up. So he animated him dying from asphyxiation of having his foot in his mouth. And then there was the Taylor Swift Hive Minds one, which actually got him a bunch of death threat from Swifties.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah. Suffice to say, there's a reason I don't really talk about Taylor Swift, besides the fact that I just really do not care.
I just figured, you didn't want to talk about things on the internet you were uninformed about.
I mean, there's to some degree, it does feel a little bit like Taylor Swift is cashing in on her it feels like she's cashing in on goodwill a little bit, because the most recent record apparently was so bad that Taylor Swift fans didn't even send death threats to people who said it was mediocre.
Well, it's not a good record, so.
Yeah. And then she the monetization of it has been actively actively as anti-consumer as possible. So, I wonder how much of that is kind of the recession indicators are all over the place, man. Son of a bitch, what the hell? What damn holds you? I love the fucking dolphins. I need to actually watch Carol and Tuesday at some point. God damn fucking shit. Welcome on, Lewis. I've been silenced. Hello, shot. Welcome on, Lewis. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. How you holding up? This is my ringtone. Yes, you need to watch it.
I was staying quiet because I figured that probably not mess with the audio balancing for
Nah,
redeems.
do it. Mess with the audio balancing.
I don't want to, Starky.
Break my audio.
I don't want to, Starky.
Break my audio. This is not a. This is. I'm no longer asking. You see the Mariah Carey anti-union, anti-worker rights Sephora video was the director lied about using AI. Yeah, apparently the Mariah Carey like winter video
It was very disappointing.
is actively like garbage. You
Yeah,
see
it's
that
very
Dr. Michael
disappointing.
Burry, one of the men who foresaw the 2008 subprime crisis, bet against AI. I mean, it. We all know it's a bubble. Literally there is no denying it's a bubble. But no, that does check out. Apparently, like we're having like the worst October for hiring rates, that that we've had, like ever, like it, like even worse than I think the Great Depression.
What does this
Welcome on
button
to Stroll
do?
for Waffles. Thank you, sweet
Please,
bean. Can we
please.
show for
Oh, no,
waffles?
Push the
We're
button.
long past
You have
depression
no
numbers,
idea
Great
what
Depression numbers, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, hold up, we got a jam.
Is it your rave music?
I won't lie,
Maybe
every
it's
time I
the mob.
see this fucking video now, I can't unhear the chords. Every time I hear that fucking video now, the Fortnite kid, my brain autofills in the fucking jazz chords. Welcome on to Waffles. How you doing, sweet bean? Happy Friday. But yeah, no, things are bad. Things bad. To the surprise of no one. Doing okay. Happy Friday. How it goes? It's going alright. I'm currently working on a hypnovember piece.
Starky is ashamed of his kinks.
Yes.
That's why it says November art time instead of Hip November art time.
Yes. Well, I was arriving just in time for a banger song. Shards. Not Shadraw's nickname being Shart. We're kink shaming Starky now. No.
No, we don't kink shame here. We're just disappointed that he doesn't embrace his kinks. Also, because Starky apparently dips his popsicles in hot pop before eating them.
I specifically was not going to eat that popsicle.
You pulled a half melted popsicle stick
I was
out of your hot pot
yes.
pot with chopsticks.
Yeah, I wasn't chopsticks, it was tongs. First of all, don't you gaslight me. I know I remember exactly what happened. It was less than 24 hours, almost exactly 24 hours ago. But B, I was going to eat the popsicle, and C, I figured I would rather melt it in the soup than let it melt on a plate. I am a good Samaritan, and I'm being given shit for it.
Starky's wasting food out here.
It was unsafe to eat. It was already wasted. This
Coulda
fucking
given it to a
Durg, I swear to Christ.
You could have given it to a chicken.
There's a sign there that says very specifically, you cannot take the ice cream with you. Oceana, what's with the ellipses? Starkey acts like he's been treated unjustly. I have been. No good deed goes unpunished. I protected other people from ice cream related food poisoning, and I get shit for it.
You can't get food poisoning from a fruit ice cream, Starkey.
You absolutely can.
It's just sugar.
Yeah,
it's just sugar.
Bacteria can still fucking grow in it, especially if it's melted. Yeah, that's usually what you get. From food poisoning. Welcome on in, Yanu. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm sorry. I can't. Apparently, I'm not allowed to explain myself because no one fucking believes me.
It's okay. That's why Starkey likes Hypno, so he can make people forget his bad traits.
I won't fold you like a dish towel.
He's learning.
I'm withholding. You have to diversify your threats to specifically match your friend's kinks or not match them.
Look, by far one of my favorite kink-related arts I've seen online is a Dom sub one of just like, you want to make you really want to make your master proud? Fix your sleep schedule.
Yeah, I've seen that one as well. Hey, Starkey, welcome on, Yonu. Glad I could sweep it. Wasn't expecting to hear Is this song in Romanian? I only know this is the Numa Numa song, so I don't actually know what language it's supposed to be in. Yep. Do you understand Romanian, Yonut? I'm learning. Because this was a popular meme here in the States. It's an old Romanian song. Okay.
Back when memes were actually memes.
Yeah. This was like one of the earliest versions of memes. I am Romanian. Interesting. I did not know that. Today I learned.
Starkey, I'm sorry.
What'd you do?
I'm using a twink as your reference image.
It's homophobic.
It's only for the.
It's homophobic.
It's
homophobic.
It's only for the pose.
Numa Numa versus ketchup. What? You know what? I don't want. I retract that. What?
Why
I do
are
not
you
care.
asking?
I realized. I recognized my mistake.
You don't want to know.
You are correct. I don't want to know.
I have to ask, canonically, is Starkey like have massive pecs, or is that just an artistic thing because you like commissioning people who give you massive pecs?
Yes. I mean, he's goo, so he can just have massive pecs whenever he wants.
I understand that you're a shapeshifter. You can be whatever you want. I'm asking just standard Starkey. Are we using your current model as reference?
My current model is Starkey's traditional standard form.
Cool.
Listen, it is a very common thing for people's personas to go through twink death. You know what? Fuck it, I'm ordering Chili's cheese sticks.
My Sona was never a twink, so you know, there's that.
But it's the thing where it's like, oh, you know, I want to get this like similar to my IRL build, and then you realize, oh wait, it's a persona. I can get him fucking jacked. My social media has been nothing but Edmund Fitzgerald's memes, and now I can inflict it on you. Edmund Fitzgerald?
Don't look at me, it's beyond me.
I am unfamiliar with this meme format. Explain yourself.
You don't have to explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
Let Starkey just wonder.
Oh, sorry, Yonut. It's Spotify. We're using the Songify app, so it's Spotify links or searches, not Also, the queue is very, very long. Oh, yep. Sorry about that.
I can understand why there would be confusion. He keeps flopping.
Yeah, because the bots keep fucking breaking. My bad. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I removed it for you real quick.
I'm jealous on how easy it is to draw Starky's head.
I'm reminded. My brain's choosing now to remind me of that one like insult where it's like you look easy to draw. I forgot it was too long.
Look, I'm jealous because I have too much pride and won't let my Dirk have a box snout. I mold the whole thing, and it's a nightmare every time.
Pokemon is equal to sweet. That's not an insult. That's a threat. It reminds me. That's another. It's one of those.
Welcome to Starky's stream, where we are all threatened, but willingly.
It's another. That's another video where it's the like. Whenever an AI bro tells you that they could make it better, what you should do is you should take their profile picture and draw them pregnant.
Joke's on you, they like that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't work against people who have anime profile pictures, but also, who the fuck gives who cares about the opinions of anime profile picture havers? I specifically profile pictures that are things from anime and not VTubers that...
If they didn't pay money for it, you can make fun of them.
Yeah. To be fair, apparently, like, I did learn recently that it is, like, somewhat recurrent drama in the anime VTuber sphere, where, like, people will get, like, similar-ish model designs, and they'll get compared, which I think is fucking wild, because in the furry sphere, that's not really, like, a thing. Basically, the Edmund Fitzgerald was a Great Lakes freighter that sank in 1975 with the loss of all souls on board. I just see loads of memes, like, say the Wolverine meme with the picture, but John Gray has been replaced with Edmund Fitzgerald. This is giving straight people meme.
We're gonna give this character a towel to hide their naughty bits.
Well, come on, though, Gadget. What if in return they draw you pregnant? They can't draw. Otherwise they wouldn't Otherwise they wouldn't be using artificial intelligence.
Starky, you can't do this to me. I was taking a sip.
I swear to God, I'm going to this somehow fucking
You are going to kill me.
I'm going to kill you with comedy. Because I keep making jokes that get you laughing really fucking hard whenever you take a sip of water or eat food. This is like the 5th or 6th time this has happened now. I draw an anime profile pic account pregnant and I can control them like bloodbending. Well, good morning, Wolf. I'm glad to have you sleep. Give it a shout out for Aether. Being able to draw anime characters pregnant gives you total power over people who have anime character profile pictures. Izzy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Lad Chat. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. It is because I've made a group of new friends through Furry Twitch, and it is funny because like Saver commented about how like on my stream I'm like very like, oh yeah, welcome on, Sweet Bean, and then I'm on other people's streams I'm a fucking eldritch monstrosity.
Yeah, you're pretty bad about that.
Listen, to some degree, it is like I'm respecting the energy of the place that I'm in, and like when I'm in my own space, I kind of like, I don't know. It's weird because it's like, welcome
Basically,
in.
Gakko.
Okay,
Basically.
if I actually started saying "welcome in, fucker," would people be into it, or not into it in the sexual sense, but like would people be about it?
Depends on the streamer. I feel like you could probably get away with that in Papa's stream, but not in DA's stream.
That's fair. I've seen dozens of AI Henry Cavill pregnant with the Godzilla title photos. I didn't even look them up. They just keep showing up.
How? Legitimately, how? That's a very specific thing.
Is that Cupcake my ears are hearing? Yet someone presumably put Cupcake into the queue.
And this is a time where I pull up my ref sheet because, you know, I made that for a reason.
Your ref sheet looks quite good.
I appreciate it. I have issues with it, but I can't keep modifying it.
But you know, I could see. I don't know. It's one of those, it's like I appreciate people who stop by too much to give them direct shit. It's weird because it's like,
Wretch.
what's up, Chris?
We're the wretch.
Welcome and insert name here. Good to have you, Bean Flicker.
Bean. Oh my god. It's saying welcome on in, jerk off is fucking wild. At one point, you just gotta post the art. But it's weird because it's like I appreciate people who stop by my channel. It's like the inverse curve. Like for me, it's like okay, you know, assume we got like, you know, XY axis, and then this is like how good of friends we are, and this is like how rude I am capable of being to someone. Like I feel like I start low, and then like, you know, I get to know someone and I'm like, okay, you know, like, you know, it bottoms out for a bit, and then like somewhere around here there's like some tropic of just like there's like some vertical wall of like you know, it's like, oh, it's like we got like hey, we got, oh, good to see ya, and then we got here we unironically get like shit like sup fucker, sup bitch.
That's why Starky feels so comfortable insulting me.
Basically, yeah. Draw a rabbit, that'll get the graph likers. But no, it is a little weird. I think that's kind of like why on stream, because like I would put most of like the people in stream somewhere in this category, you know, where I'd be like, you know, I feel like if we hung out in real life, things, you know, I would quite enjoy myself, or like I could at least be like, yeah, I will be politely pleasant, but like I struggle, like, you know, to get between like these 2 points, it is weird. I don't know how to go about doing it.
You made sure to do that on a new layer, right?
No. Control Z is my best friend.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's just one of those like weird quirks of who I am as a person, I suppose. Starky, look on Discord. One moment. Mine would be more like the more I get to know you, the more endearing I become. But initially, I'm scared to initiate because I have puppy energy. Understandable. I do do not send me. Brionic says, if I have to suffer, so will you. And he sent me Henry Cavill Godzilla Mpreg AI. I will ban you for this.
I want to go on E6 to see if there's a artist who's done a legitimate version of that.
I feel like there's gotta be. With how popular the redesign of Godzilla is. I'm sorry, Henry, what? We're not talking about it. We ain't talking about it. Anyways, I'm
So is
very
Henry is Cavill pregnant with Godzilla's kid slash eggs, or vice versa?
Henry is pregnant with Godzilla's kid.
Would Godzilla's sperm be roughly the size of Henry Cavill's body?
I don't want to think about these questions, let alone answer them. Starkey, this is
Why?
your calling.
You're in the macro.
Not how it works. Not how that works.
You don't want to just completely dredge someone in your man butter.
Let's talk about dinner ideas. Ramen date anyone? I'll go eep. It's 3 a.m. Have a nice dream. For sure. Thanks for stopping by, Yonu. Glad to have you, sweet being. Go get some good rest. Keep seeing this pop up everywhere. Do I have a curse? I think your page might actually be cursed.
You might need to clear your cache for your browser so that whatever trackers are following you gets rid of those preferences.
Starkey is pregnant. Is a pregnant Henry Cavill better or worse than Pregario? I'm not into Mpreg. So,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why did you sound surprised?
I assume everyone likes every kink unless I'm told otherwise.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a dangerous game to play, but it is fair.
I mean, it's the same way I assume everyone's pan until told otherwise.
That's fair. That's bizarre, but all right. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you just like don't bring it up unless, because like I tend to be more on the side of like I'm not going to bring something up unless I'm pretty sure the other person's into it.
Yeah, but you need the icebreak. You need people on the other side of that argument to ice break that shit, or else you never get to have the fun conversations.
That's fair. That's when you accidentally send them like that's when you send them something that you think they might like, and you're like, "Oops, didn't mean to send you that."
No, you just fucking ask.
Fair enough. Listen, I'm trying to fucking Spike's family this shit.
I send you goose smut all the time because I know you like goo.
Fair. If you think that's bad, you should see the shit TikTok keeps showing me every time I tried to give TikTok another chance. I'll be honest with you, TikTok, I uninstalled it the day it was supposed to be banned, and I have not missed it.
Ooh, oven fried fish sounds really good right now.
I did oven fry some fish. Came out really nice. My bayo messaged me on his break. Said, "Oh my god, baby, this is so good." Me, an asexual who simply doesn't even assume people of anything and exists in a permanent state of good-natured empty-headedness. I mean, I definitely vibe with that as well. I also deleted the post. You've been cursed enough. I sincerely, unironically appreciate you for doing that. Thank you.
Starkey, I have to ask, did you pull for either horse bro in
Yes, I got both of them.
Why? Why did you pull for them?
I only got one copy of them. Just that way they
Yeah, but I'm assuming they have horse cock, and I know you don't like that.
No, it's human.
That's a surprise.
It's human, but it's just extremely large.
Well, yes.
Have you not pulled for horsecock?
I just pull. I do my normal thing. I pull once on every banner. That's how I save up currency. Look, I don't expect to play this game long term, so I'm only really pulling for what I actually want.
That's fair.
I'm still not really sold on it. I think it's fine. I prefer Eidos myself.
Yeah, for a gacha game, they've released like 5 or 6 new characters, and I still am not a huge fan of a lot of the designs they have.
I was happy when they were doing the non-humans.
I'm sorry, I heard horsecock mentioned in the same vein as gacha games. Yes, Wolfie has basically Uma Musume.
That's a good way to describe it.
It just is Uma Musume. Like they just are Uma Musume characters, but men. Instead of, But yeah, no, in general, I'm not huge on the designs of that game, so I'm just like, eh. I'll play it until it stops, bringing joy.
I like the size inclusivity. I find that really attractive.
Yeah.
My problem is there's a lot of anime same face.
Yeah.
This is where something like Dislight really worked. Dislight, the character designs are what were wildly different enough when I was playing, at least. I just kind of got sick of the daily grind.
Yeah. I think that's honestly, Aussie art so cool. That's really sweet. Aren't you supposed to be grabs you, tucks you gently into bed, gives you a pat on head, get some good sleep. But also, I sincerely do appreciate that compliment.
You got invited into Starky's bed by complimenting him. You do have a compliment kink.
I said I was tucking him into his own bed.
You didn't say that.
I'll tuck you into the fireplace and turn it on.
That sounds warm and cozy. Let's do that.
I that was such a recurrent magic item. When I played basically like a homebrew equivalent of fucking D&D back in college, there was a recurrent magic item that was it's a sleeping bag that's warm and cozy because it's always on fire. But yeah, I let go of all nostalgia for gotcha. I don't need peen, they disappoint me. I like the designs. So far I think my favorite gotcha game is another Eidos because it combines both reasonably good gameplay and good character designs. I play Tokyo After School Summoners for the good character designs, and the gameplay of XXL Wolfias just isn't. I think if there's one thing Wolfias has going for itself is that the fucking skip tickets are such a nice addition. And you get so many of them that it's like, why would I ever, like, I can literally just, like, do my dailies in Wolfias in, like, 5 minutes.
One of my main problems with Wolfius is just, the gameplay is fine, but whenever I have to actually, like, do the RPG system, it's not, like, I don't feel like I'm enjoying it.
That's fair.
But part of that's also because they're still in their introductory phase and they've only introduced what? 1, 2 quote unquote light and dark units?
Um
Because I know New Baros was dark. Was one of the horses light?
No. One was fire and the other one's water.
Then yeah. I don't know. I gave whatchamacallit. I try to give them, if they're brand new, I give them a while, because if you stick with a gacha game from start, you're generally pretty well set up the entire time.
And Anados is just cheap Arcanites, and the gotcha's so predatory as a free-to-play ended up giving up. I'm assuming that's another Eidos.
Yeah, they're talking about Eidos. I can understand that. Since Eidos doesn't have a mercy system.
Yeah. I completely get that. I'm the kind of person where, like, I'm relatively immune to the FOMO effect of gacha games. So, like, it doesn't meaningfully impact me, but I don't expect that to be the case for everyone.
Yeah. And this is not trying to be like insulting your favorite game type chatter. This is just pros and cons of two random idiots on the internet. Our opinions are no better than yours.
Yeah.
I mean, your brother plays what, Nikkei?
Yeah, but Monkey loves playing Nikkei. Like, last time we hung out in real life, he was like, yeah, I want to watch a thing with you, but also I'm really engrossed in the story of Nikkei. And I'm like, you know what? Go off.
Yeah. Look, mobile games have kind of go one of two ways. Either they stay kind of generic the whole time, or after the first year and a half, they work, the executives stop paying attention and the story can go as bonkers as it wants.
Oh, that I love that about Tokyo After School Summoners. You know, that classic old adage, you give a man a fire and he'll be warm for a night, but if you set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. Exactly. But no, I love that about Tokyo After School Summoners, and it's why I'm so fucking deeply frustrated that the gameplay sucks, because no one's actually going to read the genuinely fascinating story that develops. I'm the kind of person who holds off on rolling gotchas for when the special character appears. A lack of pity really complicates that. That's fair.
Yeah.
I tend to get like a baseline level. Like the way I approach gotchas is I get a baseline level of like functional like team support, and then I just end up saving for like designs that I think are really, really fun. And then I drop like, I think the most I've ever dropped on a single unit was I dropped like I think 400 poles to get the summer variant of My Husband Behemoth.
Did you get him?
Yeah. It took him a while, but he finally did come home.
Brionic Gacha comes from, I believe, the Japanese Gachapon, which are the capsule machines.
Yeah. Welcome on in, Ileana. It's good to have you, Sweet Bean. Although you are throwing a orb at my head, so...
Basically, it's kind of like... The reason why they're called that is just because of the whole summoning mechanic stuff. Because you're basically you're kind of just standing there getting your... trying to get the whatever capsule toy is fancy in there.
Okay. I have a question for you. If there was a Digimon Gacha, would you play it?
There's been 3.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
I've played all 3, yes. And that's not counting all the unofficial. Because Digimon gets hit a lot with the fake Digimon game thing on the phones and stuff.
That's
the most
fair.
recent one we got, Re-Arise, was actually pretty good. Had an engaging story, introduced a hedgehog Digimon that was absolutely adorable.
Gachapon these nuts. I've done gachapons. I'm just sassing the predatory mechanic. Yeah, I think if I actually like had a meaning, like if I had a problematic like history with gachapons, I wouldn't like gacha games. I wouldn't play them. But like I think I've played a bunch of gacha games, and I think I've spent like a collective probably like 300 on all of my gacha games across like 10 years. Mods, Akaborp's threatening me. Can you shout them out?
I think Ilianos wants to be timed out, is what they're saying. That'll protect them.
Mods, shout out and also time out Akaborb. Do both.
That's if there's any mods actually paying attention, though.
My mods don't pay attention here. It's fine.
They do when they want to torment you.
That's fair. Here, since my mods are preoccupied.
Wow.
You know what? I gave them
That's
shit,
petty.
but someone did
That's
it.
petty.
They're one of my mods is listening. There you go. Time out Akaborb for 10 seconds. Gets into the Shadow Realm. You nerd. Anyways.
I have to be very careful with gachas. I can very easily fall into just keep pulling. It's one of the reasons why if I couldn't buy singles for Magic, I wouldn't play Magic.
That is very, very fair. You definitely have like talked to me and be like, you've like, Starky, tell me not to spend money on gacha games, and I'm like, don't spend money on gacha games. The units will come back. Being Akaborb, violence is what got you into the timeout corner to begin with. You didn't hire mods, you hired tormentors. I basically did.
You pay your mods?
Hired is a relative term. More like kidnapped off the street and then threw into the dungeon. I don't even like buying Pokemon cards because if I'm trying to get the specific cards, I'm probably cheaper to buy it at the overpriced price than the TCG player than it is to buy a cards deck to try and pull the same card. Spend money on gacha games, you could be just like Darkside Phil. There is a fucking like okay.
Who?
We don't talk. Darkside Phil is basically one of the internet lolcows. He's one of the people that's basically like a perpetual punching bag of the internet.
Is it for good reason, or is it because the internet's mean?
if memory serves, it's for a relatively good reason. He's kind of like an asshole. They'll share the single. He totally deserves it. They all share the single bird seed as payment for modding. But I watched a 2-hour breakdown of fucking gotcha drama from the Genshin community, and to be honest with you, I'm so glad I never picked up Genshin.
Oh, yeah, you don't really want to be around them right now, especially with their AI stuff. It ain't great.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Of course it isn't. Dislight? No, not Dislight.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
And that family of games.
The Hoyoverse.
That's their names.
ZZZ.
Apparently, they're using generative they're programming generative for their background character
For fuck's sakes.
work. Mm-hmm. Also, they're using it to subsidize voice acting. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Not gonna. Everyone has their poison. I'm not gonna poo-poo in someone's soup for that, but it ain't great.
DSP has spent something in the region of $200,000 to $400,000 on gotcha games.
Woof.
Nah, I'm so glad that money is, I'm so glad with the system of capital and how it's, it's very fair and good and definitely, prioritizes human well-being and dignity. I got a little bit actually fucking salty hearing that, low-key, because I'm like, I could do so much with my life if I had that kind of fucking money. But instead they give it to a dipshit to piss away. Anyway. There's an IRL gotcha machine. At an IRL gotcha machine, this woman was trying to get Nick Wildfigure while she went to the change machine. I went in and had gotten my first try. She looked at me so dirty. Starky, look at this.
Can confirm you can unplug Starky. He will turn back on again.
Okay. This is all I know of the the Genshin character design. Yeah, this is the newest twink they added to Tokyo After School Summoners.
Yeah.
Because like
to be fair, they're both a little bit sus. That is not a twink.
This is probably closer to a twunk, to be fair.
Yes, way too ripped.
Like the visible like ab and pec lines.
That is a dehydrated twunk.
Yeah. To be fair, when you compare it to the shit that is regular in Tokyo After School Summoners, if you're comparing that to like, I'm trying to think of like I
didn't Tokyo After School Summoners also get the Haunted Cinderella design, or is that a different game?
That was I love so much Hag Cinderella.
Was that Tokyo?
That was Tokyo After School Summoners.
Yeah. That is more of a twink bodies type.
I fucking love Hag Cinderella. Yeah, he was blowing huge amounts of money on the gacha game while begging his viewership to help pay his mortgage.
I'm wondering how much of that was subsidized by the actual, if any of it was subsidized by the actual gacha company. Because I know platforms do that, like betting. Well, not betting, but I'm talking. Twitch has slots and stuff like that.
Well, Twitch specifically does not allow gambling on the website. You're thinking of Kick.
You're saying that, but how many different slots game things are there for you to watch via stream on here?
I actually don't know. because I have not actively looked out. I don't know how well they enforce that, but the fact that I can't think of any off the top of my head does make me think that it's one of the things they take more seriously. You gonna watch the Disney Yowie? The what?
They're adapting the Twisted Wonderland mobile game, which is let's turn all of the Disney characters into hot twinks.
Nah. I
I didn't suggest it because from what I understand, it's a fine adaptation, but doesn't really do anything with the material.
also I don't like Disney.
I mean that too.
I amended. I like the creators at Disney. I do not like Disney as a company, and so I actively refuse to spend any amount of money on Disney stuff.
Don't forget to do the inside of the frame of the goggles there, Starky.
That's fair. Poor Zeph in Disney Purgatory.
No, not that one.
That it is a little wild to me. Like the fact that Zeph had to plan his fucking vacation to Disneyland. Oh, guys, welcome on in, Raiders. Glad to have ya. Can we shout for Geist? For those who don't know, StarkyMorph Big Chaos created internet. Bryce stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 PST. Mostly I play indie games, have every Tuesday and Friday. Last year, now we learned some words. So, how was Pokemon Crystal? If you've not already met them, Geist Tech, wonderful, very sweet, big or like fluffy white wolf. Go give them a check out. They do a lot of Pokemon stuff, so a lot of Pokemon and a lot of Digimon.
Who's your starter?
Apparently. I think Twitch.
Who'd you start with Crystal?
That's a good question. I Gen 2, I feel like it's either for Alligator or Cyndaquil.
Meganium has its fans as well.
I know, but
Oh shit!
No, oh that sucks.
Oh no!
I think Twitch now allows slots as long as it's not viewable to kids, because I recall seeing Boss Man Jack stream on Twitch after getting kicked off Kick and dodging assault and drug possession charges. Hey, Twitch, what the fuck? Apparently, Twitch, because there's someone who straight up committed like sexual assault live on Twitch, and she got a week-long ban and then came back. Like it was a fucking whole ass thing. But yeah, we're currently working on a Hypnovember piece. Cyndaquil, I love Meganium, but my run would have wiped with it because it has bad matchups against so many gyms.
Oh, okay, you're doing a Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
I never thought about that with the starter you choose in Nuzlocke really affects how it goes. What is it, Gen 4, where there's like only three fire types outside including the starter?
There is a single fire type in the camp, it is Ponyta. Your only options for fire types in Gen 4 until the post game are you get Ponyta and you get Chimchar. Those are your only options. It's Gen 4 is I actually like.
I wonder if that's why in Gen 5 they have the elemental monkeys right off the bat.
I genuinely think, and since it's OG Crystal, Totodile just doesn't get the moves and stats to work properly. Okay.
Yeah. No, I know that. I love Totodile, but going through Crystal Totodile was a nightmare.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, no. I feel like, so in a lot of ways, like, I think that, like, for a lot of people, the first generation they played is going to be their favorite. Like, Gen 3 was my favorite generation of Pokemon. I think a lot of people look at Gen 5 and they say that that's like the second best. It's like universally, it's like if it, everyone's like, yeah, Gen 5 is great. Gen 5 is like one of the best Pokemon games in the genre. I would say it's probably the best one. I feel like Gen 4 is the opposite of that, where like as time has continued on, Gen 4 looks more and more terrible in hindsight. Not for me. My favorite is 4, but I started in 2.
I started with 1 and my favorite's 3. That depends. Pearl and Diamond, I can see that, but Platinum, I believe, is still very beloved.
That makes sense. Because I did play Pearl, and I was like, it's fine. Oh no, I could write a 50-page dissertation on why Gen 5 is very awfully designed. Also, we're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We realize every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Feel free to go grab hydration, go write a 50-page dissertation on the, failures of games. Oh my...
One of the big... Oh, sorry.
Oh! Anyways, welcome on in, Dissy. Glad to Sweet Beans. For those who don't know, StarkyMorph, the chaos growing internet. Bright stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 PST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday we learn how to do smart. So, currently we're working on a HypnoVember piece. But yeah, how was Power Wash Simulator 2? I need to pick that game up at some point. But hopefully you had a good time. We you actually rated up as we're about to get hit by ads, so go grab some hydration, go grab a snack, go grab some drinks, and then B, I'm wrapping up in about 10 minutes, so I should probably hold up just to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Did you start at 5 today?
I started at 6.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's 9. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Shit.
Time passes fast when you're doing art, honestly.
Honestly, I think one of the things that I can understand 5 being awfully designed. I know one of the things that 5 gets a pass with is that 5 has arguably one of the better stories. And it was the finale of the whatchamacallit, sprites. Congratulations on beating Silksong!
If you look at the issues with modern, Power Wash was good. Beat Silksong early in the stream. Was it the which ending did you get, if I may ask? Just to make sure, because they're I don't want to spoil
We're
things.
still close. We're still close enough to launch where spoilers are not good.
Because there is a lot of content in that game that I was definitely caught off guard by. But yeah, if you look at the issues with modern Pokemon games that people hate, Gen 5 started most of the trends. It was just less egregious. I think because a lot of that stuff was I would say that to some degree that's an ex post facto argument for it, where it's remembered, you think of it as poorly now because they kind of kept doing it to the point of exhaustion. For the time, I think Gen 5 was genuinely really good. I've gotten all endings. I'm pretty sure it just did the true ending today. Was it Void Siblings? Because if so, yes. I'll still say that Gen 5 is good. It's not awful, but people overly glaze and just pretend the issues are not there and pretend the issues that are in other games weren't starting in 5. That's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I can understand that point of view.
One of the things I was thankful for, and if you want to stop talking about Pokemon, just let me know. One of the things I was thankful for is Gen 5 is when we started to get a lot of quality of life for end game stuff. Because I know with X and Y, starting from there is when EVs and IVs started to be a lot easier to manage.
I'll be honest with you. So I read 2 competitive level Pokemon. One in I bred a competitive level, correct IV nature ability and moves, and then EV trained a Talonflame in Gen 6, and then I did that for. I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was a Dracovish in Gen 7. And then I spent so much time doing that, and then I was like, I do not want to play this competitively. Because just getting one competitive level Pokemon was a fucking pain in the ass.
They started to make EVs, IVs easier with things like super training, easy bottle caps in the recent games, things like that.
Okay. Yeah, and I know there's like, the bottle caps, and I think there's like ability mints or something. Like there's
Correct. The ones that let you change. The ones that let you change your nature.
that's right, nature mints or whatever. And then there's like the bottle cap that lets you like swap over to your like dream world ability, or like the special ability, the hidden one or whatever. I don't know what they call it
Yeah,
anymore.
it's still hidden ability. Last I checked. Honestly, the biggest pain in the ass with the most recent gen is farming out stuff for terrestrialization, which got easier with DLCs, but at launch it was a little bit more of a pain in the ass.
That's fair. Cave divers discovered a community spider web that's 100 meters. Silksong is real. EVIV stuff seems like a very particular brand of gamer hell. I dare not dive for my own mental health. How did you get out from Brawl Stars? Is there a bird? Is there a crow in Brawl Stars?
I don't know what Brawl Stars is.
I think it's like a side-scrolling 2D gotcha, or not gotcha, MOBA game.
One of these days, I will figure out how to draw my snout more consistently.
Listen, you to some degree, I you only have yourself to blame.
I do. No, I fully accept it, but I refuse to box snout. I'm not going to get better unless I try.
That's fair. It's kind of like why I keep drawing. I keep forcing myself to draw hands.
Yeah.
At some point, it will click.
Though one of the things I will say is that you do have a habit of choosing really hard prompts for yourself after people tell you to try something easier.
Imagine making your life easier for yourself.
Yes. Imagine.
I could never. I literally actually could never.
I don't believe you.
I mean, what would you reasonably need for me to? Okay. I'm looking at things that I probably should fix, and I think I need to start adding like these little like links, like that. I don't know what the like these pleats kind of at the end of clothing things, which are usually there to be like, oh, it's like the edges don't fray. Is cuff a cuff? I guess is the term.
Okay, so you can get away with it with lab coats because lab coats always have the folded over aspect to them.
Yeah. To some degree, I'm also like figuring out like how what details I can start adding.
Aren't you still in the sketch phase?
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm doing I'm doing like the refined sketch.
Make sure to do the inner part of the goggles there.
Yeah.
By the way, you probably should have closed the song queue, but I'm guessing you're just gonna clear
It's
it
almost
out.
impossible for me to keep track of song queue length when I'm doing Songify, so
Got it.
I do have to kind of clear the queue. Not even have access to the queue length to check the proper. Not even I have access to the queue length to check the proper length. Yeah, it's one of the main things because we were using Stream Elements, and then Stream Elements started using AI. So I moved over to Nightbot, and then Nightbot stopped working consistently. So now we're on Songify. I really appreciate the continual functioning of streamer technology.
You mean the achievement of it?
Yeah. Okay. I think that I'm gonna go. This is a reasonable stopping point.
Am I going back in the box now, Starky?
Yes, you are going back into the box.
Good night, everybody.
Places you into the box. Anyways, thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Here, let me go and close out that queue, and let's go and play the outro to see. Technology rose to help us solve problems that didn't exist before, and then technology created new problems that definitely do exist now, and we just have to deal with the consequences. But thank you everyone for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Nice little, like, kind of laid back, chill, you know. Oh my god. Wait, no. I almost misread that. Let's see. Who do I want to rate? I kind of want to rate into Azel, honestly. Because I was going to rate it to him yesterday, and I saw that Russell, oh, hold up, because I made a new friend today. Let's go read it over to Calzoners. No, I didn't manage to add the cursest of songs. Oh no, how terrible. You know, oh dear. But yeah, let's go right over to Calzoners. Heckin' very sweet wolf that I apparently had never seen their son before, but now I have. And they're currently doing Pokemon. Hold up, they're doing Pokemon ZA, and I'm like, ha. Screw it. Heck, you know, fuck it. Start the raid. I think it looks like he's relatively early on. Oh wait, no, he's very much not early on. I looked at his team. Oh, fuck. You know what? Fuck it. We send. If you're over to Calzoners. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big A Chaos Crew Internet. Variety stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly playing in games, however, every Thursday and Friday. For last year now, we learned to do some art. So if you like to see the art that I make, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, welcome on Zara Crisis. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. You know, I will probably be posting this art when I am done with it. That will all be posted on my Blue Sky, as well as, you know, art they make, art they get commissioned. I actually have a commission in the queue. I managed to snag a slot with a very, very, a very busy artist who I absolutely adore. So I'm excited to get more art from him. So yeah, it'll be on the Blue Sky, as well as food that I make, general ramblings, all the good stuff. We got the YouTube if you'd like to catch one of the VODs there, see what I've been up to. I've been slacking a little bit on uploading my VODs, but we'll get there. I have a Telegram. No, not Telegram. We've got the Discord if you'd like to pop in there. Shout out Sweet Beans. See the curse come to Sweet Beans post. And then, of course, we got the... we got a coffee sponsorship with Dragon Roast Coffee. If you'd like to pick up some very, very tasty coffee, use discount code StarkyMorph to get 10% off. Help support the stream. Help support, you know, independent coffee producers. And nowadays, with the price of coffee going up, their prices are like... They're a little bit more expensive than store-bought, but they're actually getting increasingly comparable, and I'm 100% here for it because the quality is much higher. But I love you guys to bits. I will catch you Monday, where we will probably be doing art because we got a collab on Tuesday and Thursday, and then Friday we'll